Now, it's no doubt that at this point in time, the world economy has been in a downturn and the financial market has been falling off a cliff. And regardless of what country you live in, inflation is at its all-time high and you can barely afford to make a living. And Nigeria, especially Nigeria, is no exception to that. One sector of the economy that barely gets affected by all this, and even when it does, it's still one of the best performing assets to hold, is real estate. Real estate always remains the best performing asset because no matter what is going on in the economy, people need a place to live, companies need a place to conduct their businesses, and people need a place to park their cars, especially in overpopulated areas. The one person that always wins in all these scenarios is the owner of that real estate, the landlord. He or she makes money as a form of passive income from rent, and not only that, he or she also makes money from the price appreciation of the property. This is why real estate is one of the best assets to ever invest in. If you ever find yourself opportune to invest in real estate, count yourself lucky because no matter what happens in the economy, you will always make money regardless. In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I was able to buy a 46 million naira property with a payment of just 10,000 naira. And if you watch this video to the end, I will show you exactly how you can do it too. Let's get started. The platform that made this possible for me to be able to do this is called Cribstock. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can also be a co-owner of a landed property in Nigeria as well. Alright, so in order to get started, I'm going to have the link to this platform in the description below. And if you sign up using my link, you get a free 500 naira discount on the first property you buy. But only when you sign up using my link. So if you guys are interested in doing that, I'm going to have the link in the description of this video. Now, after signing up, how do you now co-own your first property? And do that for as little as 10,000 naira. The very first thing you want to do after signing up is basically fund your wallet. And basically, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what everything is here. But the very first thing we need to do right now is fund our wallet. Alright, so what we're going to do is come over to wallet, click on that, and then click on fund wallet. Now, if you've been able to successfully verify your account, you should be able to see a bank account situated here. Now, this bank account is linked to this your account, so which means that whenever you send money to this bank account, it will reflect in your Cribstock wallet. Now, after sending money to this account, depending on your bank, it will take within a minute to 5 minutes or at most 1 hour before it's reflected in your Cribstock wallet. Now, I've been able to send 1,000 naira to myself and you can see that it is now reflected over here and it basically took like a minute. Now, over here on the right, we have our transaction history. Over here, we have our wallet balance. And here we have our wallet tag in case if you want to transfer money to another user within Cribstock. That is what this wallet tag means. And obviously this was where we clicked on to fund our wallet. You can use this to transfer and then you can use this to withdraw money into your bank account. Now, I should say that if you don't verify your account, you won't be able to withdraw money into your bank account. So it is advisable that before depositing your first cash, make sure to verify your account so that you'll be able to withdraw money successfully from Cribstock. Now, let's go over to purchase our first property. Now, in order to purchase our first property, we need to come over to invest. So when you click on invest, you can see all the properties that Cribstock has to offer. So let me quickly explain in detail what we are looking at here. So at the moment, as you can see, Cribstock currently has 2 properties on the platform and they are going to be adding more over time to give you more varieties to choose from. As for this first property, this is the name right here, Hockley Millennial Town, which is more of like the location of this property. So if you can get to the property, which I'm going to be showing you the full name very soon, you can basically see that this property exists right here in Lagos. But before doing that, let me explain what else we are seeing over here. So we have the price. So basically this price means that if you want to buy into this property right now, what does it cost minimum for you to pay? All right. So we can see that this one is 9,348.35 naira. And we can see that for this one, the price is 46,741.77 naira. So, which means if I would like to co-own these properties, these are the prices I need to pay minimum. And right next to that, we have market cap. Basically, what market cap means is the price of the property. So you can see this first property costs 46.7 million naira. This is the real cost of this property. So right next to that, we have the 30 days. That's what this 30-day means. So basically what that means is that in percentage wise, how much has this property appreciated since being on this platform? Okay, and as we can see, this particular property has appreciated by almost 50%, which is 48.24%. So which means that if you bought this property since it's listed on Cribstock on day one, all right, you're almost 50% up on your money. That is what this means. And right next to that, you can see this one is for the duration of 1 year. How much has this property appreciated? So, but you can see that this one is just 49.42%. The reason why we have 49.42% for, under a year is because of the fact that this property has only been listed on this platform for about a month and 2 weeks. All right, that is why we currently have 49.42%. But if you look at a property that has been on the platform for much longer than that, you can see that this property itself has increased by 211%. So which means that if you owned this asset for the past 1 year of it being on this platform, you would have gotten a 200% return on your money. So at least you can understand why this is 49.42, because this has not really been on the platform for that long. It has just been on the platform for just over a month, while this one has been on the platform for much longer. This one has been on the platform, if I believe, since August of last year. So basically, by next month, this property would have spent a year on the platform. So this one shows us more accurately what the asset has returned by a year. All right, so as for volume, basically what this means is how much volume or how much transaction has occurred on this platform in the past 24 hours. All right, so you can see for this one we have 158,000 naira, meaning that this is how much people have purchased these assets in the last 24 hours. And we can see for this one it is just 140,000 naira. And I'm shooting this video in the very early hours of the morning, so basically it's just the start of the day. That is why this volume is low, but as we go into the day, this will definitely get larger. All right, so like next to that, we have the available supply. Now, in case if you didn't get the gist on what Cribstock is, Cribstock basically is a platform that enables you to be able to co-own real estate properties in a form of like stocks. All right, so basically I couldn't buy a 46 million naira property because I don't have 46 million naira. So what happens is that Cribstock comes into the picture and then purchases this property, or have real estate developers do that and put it on this platform and split that liquidity into thousands of stocks. All right, so in that case, they break this 46.7 million naira down into stocks. That now makes it possible for me to be able to own part of this property. So by breaking down this 46 million naira into stocks, one stock now costs me 9,348.35 naira. That is how I'm now able to co-own this property. So you can see that the available supply, the available stocks in circulation is 3,427. So basically, that is what this available supply means. It's the available stock still in circulation, available for people to purchase, to get into this property and start earning an income from it in form of rent, or earn price appreciation on the property, which basically increases their stock value, in which they can turn around and sell for a profit. All right, so let's purchase this property, this first one, because I don't have up to 46,000 naira. So I'm going to be buying this one. Now, once we click on it, you can click on it, or you can just click on invest, any one you want to do. Now, the very first thing we see is the name of the property, which is basically just the location. All right, you can see it's called HKLEY, but it's the short form of Hockley. So Hockley Millennial Hometown, Eko Akete Ajibo, Lagos, Nigeria. Basically, that is where this property is located. And if you're able to find your way there, you will see this property, you co-own this property, and you're getting income from this property. Now over here is the appreciation in price of these properties over time. All right, so we have, since the launch of this property on May 12th of this year, this property was listed on this platform and it was listed for 6,254 naira. And then you can see that over time it has increased in price, and currently, as at recording this video on the 2nd of July, you can see that the price for this property has gone up by 50%, and the price is now 9,348 naira. So if you've been holding this property from day one on this platform and you bought it for 6,254 naira, your 6,254 naira which you own for each stock is now 9,348 naira. Now over here, we can come over here to look at the pictures of the property. So this property, this exact property is what you'll be owning, or you'll be co-owning if you purchase the stock for this property. All right, so we can take a look at the pictures. It's a very, very nice 1-bedroom apartment, fully furnished, and you can basically see it's a very beautiful property. All right, Cribstock always shows the pictures of these properties for you so that at least you will see what you're buying, right? So as you can see, this is a very, very beautiful property. So after that, we scroll down a little bit and you can see over here we have a little bit more detail on the information that I was showing you guys earlier. So we can see over here we have the price, which I've shown you guys already, the price of the property, and over here I've explained what this means, how much the property has appreciated in the last 30 days. And the reason why the 1 year is like this is because the property has just been on the platform for just over a month. So basically, in the meantime, these two numbers will be increasing together until at least we've clocked 1 year of this property on the platform, then to give us a much more robust information, just like the other property. And over here we have the volume, like I've said, in the past 24 hours. And over here we have the available supply. This is how much stock is in availability, available for you and I to purchase before it goes out of stock and is no longer available for anyone else to purchase. Now over here is the circulating supply. So this is the original number of stock that was created in circulation for this property. So you can see if you divided 46,741,769.99 by 5,000, you would arrive at this figure. Now over here is average volume. Now to my understanding, this feature hasn't been activated yet, but when it's activated, basically what it will mean is that on average, how much have people, or how many stocks have people been purchasing for this platform. So if it's 1, it will be 9,000 naira. If it's 2, it will be 18,000 naira. You know, you get the gist, and so on and so forth. So basically that is the average volume. And I'm guessing this can basically just give you an idea of how much money people are making, or how much money people want to make, and how many stocks do they buy in order to make that amount of money. So I mean, it's not really an important indicator, but it's there to at least give you how much stocks people are buying when they buy this property. All right, now we can see this is more details about the property. You can see the location. This project is located in Hockley Millennial Hometown, just like what I said over here. It's basically telling you the location of the property. So you can go over there, take a look at it if you want, and you can confirm that Cribstock are the sole owners of this property. And this is a description about the property. A smart 1-bedroom plus sitting room with automated home features, you know, yada yada yada. Basically gives you all the gist about the property before you get into it. All right, so Cribstock always gives you the full information about the property before you buy it. Now after that, you would like to buy the stock, you just go over here, click on buy stock. All right, so we would like to buy 1 stock. This is our wallet balance. So over here we have the quantity, here we have the stock price, and here we have the minimum stock appreciation per year. All right, you guys know why this is 49.48% at this point. I don't need to explain it to you guys. If it was for the other property we looked at, this would be 211%. Now this is the total value if I want to buy 1 stock. All right, so if I increase this to 2 stock, obviously I have insufficient balance, but it will give me 18,000 naira. If I increase this to, you know, 10 stock, it will give me 93,000 naira. So I'll be buying the stock for 93,000 naira. But anyways, that is by the roadside. Now, this minimum dividend yield percentage is currently 0. Now, basically, what this minimum dividend yield means, percentage wise, is how much money am I making if I should buy this property right now? How much money am I going to be making in rent? So when this property is leased or rented, how much am I going to be making percentage wise on this property? All right. So currently this property isn't rented yet. To the best of my knowledge, it's not rented yet. That is why we don't have minimum dividend yield yet. All right. So, but when this property is rented, if you should buy the stock, you'll be getting, or you will get a notification that this property has been rented, and then you'll be able to see how much you're making in rents from here. So the rent, with how I understand it, when a customer comes in to rent the property or lease the property, that rent is divided among the people that own the stock. All right. So when you're buying, let's say, one stock, and if you own one stock, based on the rent that the renter pays, you're supposed to get 900 naira. All right, that will basically be 10% of the stock price that you own. So that is what that minimum dividend yield means. So once this property is rented out, this will be like 10%. If it's 900 naira I'm supposed to be making, it will be like 10%. If it's 450 naira, it will be like 5%, just to give you, okay, this is what I'm going to be making aside from the price appreciation of this property. Because mind you, when you own real estate, you make money two ways: from the price appreciation of that property, and then from the rent of that property. So this is how you can see somebody buy a property or build a property, and he built it for, like, let's say 40 million naira, and then 5 years down the line he sells it for like 120 million naira. That is the price appreciation of that property. But then while he was holding that property, he was still getting rent from it from the tenants, which is basically what this is. All right. So to be clear with this, it's basically the rent that you get from the properties, but this would always be in percentage of what the stock price is. So in this case, let's say you're making 10%, right? You'll be making 900 naira from this, right? But let's say you owned 10 of it, all right? And at that point, that is 93,000 naira. And then the minimum dividend yield is 10%, right? That means I'll be making 9,000 naira extra on the side from this property, if it's per month, biannually, or twice a year, or every year, or however, the deal is done. All right. So that is basically what minimum dividend yield means. All right. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and purchase the property. So I come over here. Once I'm ready, click on buy stock, and then you can see I have successfully purchased the stock. There's nothing else for me to do. All right. So we close it, and then that is all for this side. Now let's quickly take a look at the other property. All right. So as for this property, we can see that this property was listed on the 4th of August, all right, of last year. So you can see that this property started out at the price of 14,990 naira, so basically 15,000 naira, and has risen over time to its present price of 46,741 naira. And that price appreciation is basically since this price or this property was listed on the platform. Right? So, which means that if this property was built years prior to being listed on this platform, right, the original owners or the people who own the property would have enjoyed much more price appreciation than people who own it on the platform. But, it's still a pretty good deal to buy something just under a year ago. Like, this property will be 1 year old by next month, right? So to buy something for like basically 15,000 naira, and now it's now like, 46,000 naira. That is a pretty good deal, right? So over here we have the pictures of the properties. So this one is a studio apartment, so you can basically look at what this apartment looks like. So if you should go to this property right now, this is basically what the apartment looks like. Now over here you can see for this one we have the price of 46,000 naira, the market cap. I've already explained all this, so you guys don't need to hear me say that again. And you can see for this one we have a circulating supply in stocks of originally 1,000. So out of 1,000, about 400 has been purchased. That is why we now have the available supply of 662 stocks in circulation. All right, so you can see that it's because of this one has a much less stock in circulation. That is why we have the price of 46,000 naira. But the other stock we just looked at has 5 times more stocks in circulation than this one. So that is why we have 46,000 naira to purchase one stock. All right, so you can see this one. This is the location of this project. It's in Songotedo, and this is the description of it: a smart studio condominium with automated home features, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's not spend so much time in this. Now let me explain to you guys the rest of what this platform has in stock for us. All right, so over here in the overview, we have our portfolio balance, and then we have our wallet balance. Okay, and then right next to that we have our pending trade order. So basically the pending trade order is basically if we have any trades that we currently have active but has not been fulfilled, that is where we have a pending trade order. Now for our portfolio balance, that basically just means that what is the total value of all the assets that we hold, what is their total value in naira. So you can see that that's why we have 18,000 naira over here for my own portfolio balance. All right, now our wallet balance, self-explanatory. This is basically where we were able to deposit money into our wallet, and then from here is where we now buy our assets. All right, so you can see for my wallet balance I just have 2,000 naira here, and if we want to go over to our portfolio, we can come over here, click on portfolio, or we can come over here, click on view portfolio. All right, so you can see our portfolio is revealed to us into more detail. So you can see our current balance is 18,000 naira, and it has grown by 0.32%. And basically under that one, this is the naira figure of how much I have made, or how much my portfolio has appreciated or depreciated in the last 30 days. Now I have not been a Cribstock user for a very long time. I just signed up like a few days ago, so that is why my portfolio has only increased by just like 30 naira or something. But somebody who has been on the platform for longer or much longer, obviously this would be a much bigger figure because they've been here for at least 30 days, right? So this is basically just giving me how much I'm making per day right now until at least I get to 30 days and it starts counting, and then it can give me a much more detailed analysis of how much I've made within the last 30 days. Right next to that we have buy and sell. Okay, so this buy and sell is for if I want to buy more stock, I can just click on this, buy more stock. So this one now doesn't show us much detail as when we go over to invest. This one just assumes that, okay, you already know what you want to buy. If I want to buy more HKLEY, or if I want to buy more SHPNG, anyone I want to do, I can put in my quantity here, and then I click on continue, and then I can place my buy order, and then I buy, right? And then if I want to sell, the same thing, I can come over here, sell some stocks, and then it will be bought from me, right? So however I want to do it, I can use this buy and sell function to do it if I just want to quickly do something and I don't want to go straight into the invest section. All right, so over here we have my orders. This is basically where if we choose to sell our stock, we'll have our sell orders here. If it's pending and it hasn't been purchased yet, we'll have the sell orders here, and then if we want to buy, or if we are buying, we will see our buy orders here. But I don't have any pending buy or sell orders, so there's nothing here. Now over here obviously we have our assets, and I've explained some of these things to you guys already. We have the price, the price for each stock, and then this right here is my holdings. All right, so we can see that my holdings is, the total of my holdings is 18,000 naira for this asset. All right, is 18,000 naira, and I have 2 of the holdings, right? So I hold 2 stocks in this property. So that is what that means. And then right next to that we have dividend. Now I already explained to you guys what dividend is. Dividend is basically how much rent am I making in this property. So aside from the price appreciation of the property, I'm also going to still be making passive income in form of rent from this property. But like I said, this property right now has not been leased yet, so that is why dividend is currently 0. Now if you click on it, obviously this gives you more details into what the this asset is about, just what we saw in our invest section. But aside from that, we can also still come here and sell our stock if we want. All right, but I don't want to do that, so let's just go back. All right, so over here we have our wallet. We can come over here. I've explained this already to you guys already. And then over here we have our invest section. I've explained this to you guys already. Now we'll come over to trade. Now this trade section is basically like the P2P platform of Cribstock. Now if this isn't your first time on my channel, you know that I talk about cryptocurrencies a lot, right? And if you stay in Nigeria, currently one of the only ways in which you can buy cryptocurrencies is through P2P, right? P2P basically just means that you're buying an asset directly from somebody else. It's basically called peer-to-peer, right? You're buying an asset directly from somebody else and they are paying you directly into your bank account. So you're not going through any intermediary or anything. Both of you are deciding to make that transaction by yourself. All right. So if you understand the concept for P2P, right, you would understand the concept for this trade center that we have over here. So over here we can come over. Let's say I'm interested in buying or selling this Hockley property, right? I can just click on this, and then if I want to buy, right, currently nobody wants to sell their properties right now for Hockley at least. So but if I wanted to buy, I would see a lot of buy orders here, and then I would choose the price that I want to buy at, right? So if somebody is willing to sell their property for me at a certain price, I'll just click on buy and buy from them. But if I wanted to sell, right, I'll come over here, click on sell, and then I'll see people that want to buy my property from me or my stocks from me in that property, right? So you can see that this person over here wants to buy my own stock that I bought for 9,000 naira at the rate of 5,000 naira. This is what all this means. This person wants to buy my own stock from me for 900 naira. Basically, it would be pretty stupid for me to do that. And guys, do not do that. Never sell your property at a discounted price. All right. So because real estate is something that always goes up in value over time. It has real world value. So it would be pretty, crazy for me to sell a price at a discounted price. Anyways, as for this property, this person is willing to buy 2 from me. So which means if I was to sell to this property to this person right now, they can buy as much as 2 from me right now. So obviously I'm not going to be doing that. That would be pretty stupid. But we can see we have our margin over here. Basically what this margin means is that how much, to give you a simple explanation of what this margin means, it means that how much am I going to be losing if I should buy this property right now, or if I should sell this property to this person right now, right? So we can see that over here, I'm going to be losing 4,348 naira if I should sell my property to this person right now. Rule of thumb, never sell a property that has a negative margin, because this minus means this is how much you'll be losing. So this person is trying to buy my property for like half off, right, at the rate of 5,000 naira, and then this person is trying to buy it at like 99% off. So you see that this person is trying to buy it at the rate of 900 naira. Okay, that is pretty stupid. So you can see that this person, the margin for this person, margin means this is how much I'll be losing. That is why it has negative on it, right? I'll be losing 8,000 naira if I should sell my property or my stock to this person, right? And they are willing to buy 1 from me, and this person is willing to buy 2 from me, but I'll be losing 3,000 naira, and so on and so forth. So you get the gist, right? So by looking at this, if you now decide that, okay, you want to place a buy order, meaning that you want to buy property from somebody else, so you have to place your price, right? So you can see that if I should click on this right now, which is place buy order, my deal will show up over here. So just like these people that want to buy properties from somebody, my own, if I should place a buy order here right now, it will basically show up, and I click on continue, it will basically show up here right now. All right, now if like I said, there's no buy order here, but let's quickly check the other assets if there is somebody that wants to buy. Okay, yes, so we currently have a buy section right here. So now these are people that want to sell. So if I want to sell my stock, right, I can just come over here and place a sell order, right? But obviously I don't own any of this stock, so you can even see it telling me I don't own any of this stock. But if I wanted to sell my stock, I can come over here, place sell, and then how much quantity I want to sell, and then it will show up here. So we can see that these 3 people here right now, they want to sell their own stocks, and each of them is just one quantities that they want to sell. Now, so basically that now means that me now, if I want to buy from these guys, I can just come over here, click on buy, and then place a buy order, right? And then I'll just buy it directly from them. Now, I've told you what not to do when you're trying to sell a stock. Don't sell a stock for negative margin, right? Same thing when you're buying. Do not buy a stock that has margin that is higher than 0.00. It's basically showing you how much extra on the original price of the property that you'll be paying for this deal. So if this person's margin was like 3,300 naira, that will make this person be selling their own at the rate of 50,000 naira, right? So which means that I'm paying 3,000 naira extra on what the original price of the property is, right? So I am basically stressing this because as new users, it's possible that you might not understand how all these things works, using it for the first time. So I don't want you guys to go and make a mistake, because at the end of the day, you're spending money. So always buy, if you're trying to use the trade center, right, and you don't use the invest center, always buy stocks at a margin that is just basically like 0.00, or else if you can't find any stock at 0.00, just go to invest section and then just click on buy. Or if you want to buy a stock from somebody that is the margin is above 0.00, don't let it be so much, okay? Because at the end of the day, you're paying a lot of money on top of the original price for that stock, okay? So that is basically what this thing means. So if I want to sell, like I've said, I'll click on place sell order, and over here too we still have sell. So we can see that this person now over here, they want to buy my stock. This is quite funny actually. This person wants to buy my stock for like 200 naira. So if you make the stupid mistake of trying to sell your stock to this person, right, you end up selling or losing a whopping 46,500 naira. You can see this is a negative 46,000 naira. So this is how much you'll be losing if you sold your stock to this person right now that wants to buy it for a price of 200 naira. So never buy or never sell your stock for negative, and never buy a stock that has more than 0.00 in the margin. Else you can just go over to invest, click on the asset you want to buy and click on buy stock, okay? Because at least for this one, you'll be buying it directly from Cribstock, right? And there's not going to be any added cost on it, okay? So of course, there will come a time that you would need to always use the trade center, right? That is going to be when, let's say, this one might be the first to run out. So let's say this asset right now, all the available supply is now down to 0, meaning that you cannot get this property anymore, and cannot get it at even this price. So which means that you will now have to go to the secondary market, which is P2P, all right, and then buy the asset at a certain price, and then you will now have to start looking for good deals, right? You will now have to start. So if I'm trying to buy the asset from this guy, for example, this person might be selling it for like 3,000 naira, right? This asset, or 4,000 naira, this asset will now be 50,000 naira, and this person might be selling their own with a margin of like 2,000 naira. So which means I'll be buying it for 48,000 naira, and this person might be selling it at a margin of like 10,000 naira, which means I'll be buying at a rate of 56,000 naira. So I'll now look for the best person to buy the deal from, okay? So that is where this will really come in handy, because it's no longer on the main markets anymore. So you have to now go to the secondary markets to buy the assets. All right, so that is basically what that is. I believe I have covered the basis for all this stuff. And don't forget, if you would like to sign up for this platform, I'm going to have my link in the description below, and you basically get 500 naira discount on the first asset that you purchase with Cribstock. Now, here are my thoughts, okay? So this is clearly a great platform, and I see this technology being the future of real estate investing because of how much it democratizes real estate and makes it available to everyone. Now, a thing that not necessarily gives me pause, but certainly caught my attention, has to do with the aspect of regulatory certification. Because of the platform in which Cribstock provides, Cribstock is required to be regulated by SEC and SCUML. So basically, explaining a little bit detail what the SEC does, the SEC protects investors by making sure companies like Cribstock adhere to the financial laws of our nation. So basically, that means that Cribstock will be held accountable and investors will always be protected. As for the SCUML, it's basically an arm of the EFCC that specifically checks against money laundering, right? So basically, they're the ones to make sure that, there's no criminal activity happening within the Cribstock company. So these are the two entities that have to regulate Cribstock. Now, according to Cribstock, they have completed their SCUML verification, so which means they have been verified by the SCUML, right? But they are yet to complete their SEC verification. You can see why this caught my attention. However, according to Cribstock, it's almost impossible for a startup to meet all regulatory licenses before launching an innovative product. And according to them, they are still working on it. So this is basically what they told me when I asked about this. So basically, you can do with this information what you wish, but as for me, it's not deterring me obviously from investing in an innovative product like this, because I can clearly see that this is a very innovative product, and this is definitely going to be the new way of investing in real estate in Nigeria, and not only Nigeria but all over the world, because it's basically democratizing it. So just as how we have companies like Bamboo and Trove that make it very easy for you to be able to buy fractionalized version of stocks, this also is a very great idea that I see becoming a big thing and making it easy for the average person to be able to, own these real estates. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm not really skeptical that this business wouldn't succeed, or that the SEC will deny their approval. And the reason why I'm not skeptical about it is because other companies like Trove and Bamboo, right, they exist, and this is basically the same thing just like that, but for real estate. So I believe if they have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed, they will basically get the regulatory approval that they want. But I can understand why they didn't want to wait for that long, but it doesn't mean that they won't get it over time. But with that being said, I do know and understand real estate, that real estate is something that in Nigeria, it has been increasing in value by a lot, right? And all over the world, real estate always increases in value. Okay, so anyways, that's what I think about it. And also, if you're interested in verifying the SCUML verification of Cribstock, here is their certificate number. I couldn't verify this certificate online, and based on my research, I don't think it's possible to find this information online. But according to them, you can walk into an SCUML office with this certificate number and verify this certificate. But please, if you're able to do this online, you're able to verify that certificate online, please let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget guys, my link is in the description below. So if you use it, you'll be getting a 500 Naira discount on your first property purchase. Alright, so for more videos like this, please click on the subscribe button below and click on the notification bell right next to it. I release new videos every week and you'll be the first to be notified when that happens. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well and share it with people who you think need to see it as well. Oh, and before I forget, I made my first live stream video last week Tuesday. So if you didn't catch that, I'm going to have the link in the description as well. You can go watch it. I was basically talking about the crypto market and how this is not the first rodeo of the Bitcoin crash, and I basically showed you guys in the past history how much Bitcoin had already crashed and how much we could see Bitcoin crash in this bear market. All right, so if you're interested in checking that out, go check it out. And I do plan to make a live stream every Tuesday in the afternoon, so I'm going to have a scheduled time for it, and you guys are going to get a notification about it when I have decided on what time I would like to hold my live stream. So if you're interested in basically getting to talk to me one-on-one in my live stream, ask me any questions, discuss anything, or check out what topic I'm talking about, basically, subscribe and turn on your notification bells, and you guys will definitely get notification when that happens. I thank you guys very much. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.